He was born in the Panama Canal area, August 29, 1936. Mom Roberta, an oil heiress. Dad, John Sidney Jr., would become the admiral in charge of American forces in the Pacific during Vietnam. John McCain followed his dad around to naval stations and attended roughly 20 schools before heading to the United States Naval Academy at Annapolis. But McCain racked up a lot of demerits, eventually graduating 5th from the bottom of his class. Still, he was accepted for pilot training, but McCain had some close calls. On the aircraft carrier Forrestal, a rocket hit his plane's fuel tank. More than 130 people died in the explosions and fires that followed. McCain somehow survived. But on October 26, 1967, the moment that would be a turning point, he took off from the USS Oriskany in an A-4E Skyhawk, and above Hanoi, a missile took off the plane's right wing. McCain ejected and landed with a body full of broken bones. A crowd then beat and stabbed him and took him into custody, where he would remain a prisoner of war for 5.5 years. McCain was actually offered freedom after 7 months because of his father's rank, but he refused, saying others had been there longer than he. On March the 17th, 1973, John McCain was released, and he says the minute he got off the plane, he put it all behind him. He met with President Nixon, got a chest full of medals, and headed off to the National War College in Washington. McCain's personal life was also in flux. He married his first wife, Carol, in 1965, adopted her 2 sons, and had a daughter with her. But after a public affair, they divorced in 1980. And McCain married Cindy Hensley, the daughter of a beer distributor. 2 years later, he was elected to the United States House of Representatives. And in 1987, John McCain became a U.S. Senator. He would run for president in 2000, nailing New Hampshire, but losing steam to George W. Bush in South Carolina, as both sides swapped accusations of negative campaigning. McCain was knocked down, but not for long. Not by that loss. Not by 3 battles with skin cancer. Not by a surface-to-air missile, and not by the North Vietnamese. And whether he wins or loses this time, there is no question. John McCain is a survivor.